Hey Pokemon fans, Real Mama Eagle here, also known as Key, and in this video I'm going to talk about the 5 worst Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Keep in mind, worst Pokemon is completely subjective as these opinions are my own. This is just based off Pokemon that I didn't like, whether for appearance reasons or stats reasons or just Pokemon that didn't make sense to me. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, ding that bell so you know when videos go live, and let me know in the comments below which Scarlet and Violet Pokemon you disliked. Let's get started. Number 5. Dondozo. Dondozo is a water Pokemon and a pretty big water Pokemon that is very gluttonous and loves to eat. That's probably the one thing Dondozo and I have in common, that we love food, but other than that, I really can't stand it. Its appearance is pretty decent, but I would say it's really trying to be a whale lord that just didn't eat all of its vitamins. Also don't like the fact that it's a terrible hunter, because given its size and the fact that it would intimidate so many Pokemon in the ocean or lake that it's in, how would it not be a good hunter and how would it not be able to easily dominate its prey? It's so pathetic it needs a Tatsugiri to bait other Pokemon in when it wants to eat or when it wants to catch its prey. It is a Pokemon that is absolutely big for no reason, and that's why I dislike it. Number 4, the Dunsparce. I've definitely voiced my displeasure on the Dunsparce in previous videos, but it really upsets me because it's an evolution they could have done so much more with. And the fact that the third section is only 1 in 100 chance of getting is also a big problem, because most of the time, you're gonna get that 2 section of Dunsparce, which pretty much does nothing and changes nothing but makes it bigger. I really feel like Game Freak missed an opportunity to get a different typing. I've said before that they should have given it bug typing, maybe dragon typing, because it was previously mentioned in a Pokedex entry that it was a dragon that couldn't fly. So Game Freak had every opportunity to buff Dunsparce even more in this generation. It didn't. It's such a lazy Pokemon and such a lazy design and concept that I have to dislike it. Number 3. Squawkabilly. Every gen needs a normal and flying Pokemon that most people probably won't use, and it's pretty much there just to fill out the deck. Squawkabilly has the typical learn set of a normal flying Pokemon. You know, it can learn a fighting move, but mostly flying and normal type moves, and it pretty much suffers from crappy stats all around, so not really a Pokemon I could use. But the reason I don't like Squawkabilly is for really none of those reasons, just the fact that it seems like it was copied. Come on. That's a green Chatot with a top hat on. Game Freak, you're not fooling anyone. It looks like the same Pokemon, and it really could have used a lot more thought and a lot more creativity when it comes to that. And the sad thing is, I like its name, but they ruined it by being a carbon copy of Chatot. Can it sing as good as Chatot? Probably not. So why does it exist? Number 2. Spidops. Spidops is your early route bug Pokemon, and you know, in every generation we always have to have that early route bug Pokemon. I'm just not a fan of it. I understand that you need a bug, but this bug suffers from terribly bad stats all around, doesn't really offer a ton. Moves definitely have the potential because there are some decent moves it can learn, but I can't get past the horrible design. If you look closely at Spidops, really look at it, it looks like a creepy old man with 8 legs. A spider and someone's grandfather fused together and became something, it would be Spidops. I definitely have to laugh at Game Freak in this sense for the very weird and slightly disturbing design, but for that reason alone, I can't take it seriously, and it's why I dislike it. Number 1. Wiglet and Wugtrio. I know a lot of Gen 1ers may be upset with this because they love Diglett and Dugtrio respectively, but it is clear that these 2 Pokemon are copying its Gen 1 counterparts. I have said repeatedly that I get sick of the million forms or new Pokemon that look like or are based off Pokemon of older generations. I would have loved to see something new and creative as opposed to Wiglet and Wugtrio, but that's what we got. The only thing Wiglet and Wugtrio are good for is pretty much outspeeding you. Its stats are very crappy. They do have pretty solid learn sets all around, learning water, ground, rock, and other types of moves, so very versatile, but the fact is, because the stats are so bad, it can't hold its own in battle. I tried to use a Wiglet and a Wugtrio, and I was really irritated when it kept getting one shot, and the reality is, it was one of the Pokemon that was heavily used in marketing for Scarlet and Violet, so you were almost led to believe it was a better Pokemon than what it was. But it's definitely a disappointment all around for me and worthy of number 1. There's a possible chance I may have dragged a Scarlet and Violet Pokemon that you adore, and if I did, talk to me in the comments section down below. Let me also know what Pokemon you did not like in this generation as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ding that bell so you know when videos are going up. I am also Real Mama Eagle on all social media platforms, and I do live streams at twitch.tv/RealMamaEagle. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.